Today we're going to show you how to do the blanket stitch and some fun variations. I wanted to show you first how the blanket stitch can look. So if you look down here, can you see these little stems coming up? That's a blanket stitch with your down stitch going into the background wool, and that will make more sense in a second. Often you use the blanket stitch to outline projects, and that's what we're going to start with, is just a very basic blanket stitch. So I'm going to come up, we're going to call this our background piece and this our applique piece. So I'm going to come up through the background piece on the very edge of my applique piece. I'm going to pull my thread completely through and make sure my thread is kind of up and towards the right. Next, I'm going to take a small bite in the applique piece, coming up on the very edge, making sure my thread is behind. And can you see how I kind of stabilize my wool with my thumb and then give it a little tug? All right, to do the next one, you're going to go over, go in the applique piece again, and up on the very edge. I'm not going in the applique piece, and pull. All right, I'll do a couple more so you can see. Now, if I was going to, if I was going to stop this blanket stitch, I would stop it by moving my thread up and over and going right to the right of that stitch. Can you see that? It's right to the right. Okay, so if I wanted to change my thread and do a different color and start again, I would take my needle up on the left hand of the stitch. Can you see that good? And then I would continue my stitch again, making sure my thread is up and over. I'm catching it behind my needle. So that's the blanket stitch that we often use to outline shapes. But I wanted to show you this. This I first learned from Carrie Green's Quilt Women's Work, and I love it. So to do a fun grass, you can do a blanket stitch, but can you see now I'm coming up in the background piece and I'm not going in my applique piece, and I'm taking my bite into the background wool, making sure my thread is over, and I'm letting that bite just show right up in my background wool, which is so fun. You can do these little bites different lengths for your grass, and you can see right here I added a lazy daisy stitch and put a little colonial knot on, so you could do fun flowers all over in your grass, and it turns out really fun. This also is an idea on how to add detail. If you had a piece of dirt or you wanted to add like some fun dimension and you didn't want to use a traditional stem stitch or something like that, you could use a blanket stitch and make sure your bites again are going up.